Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? Everybody have a good week? Hello. Gardenia, what's going on? Wayne, Donna, Trevor, Oscar, good to see all of you. Hopefully all you new trial members been enjoying yourself and having a good time, enjoying what's been going on in the trading room. And for all the students and traders of CyberGroup, I'll tell you what it's been a phenomenal week, I would have to say. A lot of great things going on. We're going to talk about some of them. I know there's a lot of good trades today. RJet, Yelp, the SYCA, the Micron, and then also, I haven't heard too much of you guys talking about the swing trade on that little Shake Shack. Shake Shack, what's going on with Shake Shack? Up almost $10. I mean, who here got? Hopefully, some of you bought that swing trade and did that swing trade with me when we only around the 50 price. So that one's doing pretty damn well. We're doing really, really well with that Shack trade. Always like to keep that on the watch list. Hopefully some of you probably didn't notice it, but I sure did. Been a great, so the thing that you're going to learn a lot, everyone, because I know a lot of you here and some students here know this, being a student, that, some of us, look at as being a swing trader and investor. Well, when you understand how to day trade, it makes you that much better of a swing trader, and an investor. So you know how to kind of, when to take losses, and, I would say sometimes it makes me a little too conservative, but overall, it works pretty well. But some stocks we traded this morning, let's check them out, and I want to go through them. Let's talk about that Micron trade. Micron had that really, really nice pop early in the morning. You could see how it went from that 1980 up to 2050 in less than an hour. Didn't have to work too hard to do that one. The RJet was my favorite. RJet, look at that trade. I still like RJet. All right, and I'm keeping it on there. But we know everything about RJet. It went from $9 down to $4, over a 50% haircut. Well, guess what? It's up 50% just on the day and made back literally 25% from its big major loss. So RJet, what an easy trade to make money with. That was like taking candy from a little kid. You know what? And I love playing that cash register, because that's what it was. That was a nice little cash register on that RJet. Another big winner, a couple of other ones, the Yelp, okay? Yelp came right down. It was a nice short. She's starting to come back a little bit. Very, very, very fast-moving stock, though. It's starting to make a little bit of a dead cat bounce right now, but be careful of that Yelp. You got to know how to trade and be a student for at least 6 months to a year and be a level 3 and up to trade the Yelp, all right? But, everyone was thinking like, let's look at Yelp. Look at Yelp. RJet was so much easier to trade. You risk literally almost 5 times less money, okay, and percentage-wise made a hell of a lot more. But I do want to pick it up because I know some of you guys did trade it. And then the SLCA, also a really, really nice mover. Pop early in the morning. Look at that trade right there. Huge pop right there at 9:30. Went from 20 bucks all the way to $25 a share. The writing was on the wall because there was some major resistance levels going back in July and January, and it did exactly that. Now, I'm still a fan of it. I still like it. And you know what? It's not really that bad. It's between a 2 and a 3 as on the volatility scale of the SLCA. So definitely want to keep an eye on that one. A couple other stocks we're going to check out, ladies and gentlemen, that we found that did pop up the open. I did see this NHTC. It took a big hit, but a lot of shakes going on. I would stay away from that stock. I wasn't too sold on it. I know there were a bunch of stocks that were up over in the teens, percentage-wise, that were up. All right, but was there a lot of them? Not too crazy. Wow, look at Buffalo Wild Wings. My God, maybe that's why Shack is up so much. Buffalo Wild Wings up $194. First of all, I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of Buffalo Wild Wings. My son just told me, he says, Dad, can we go there? They said if you win a free T-shirt, if you can eat the hottest wings, because he knows I like spicy food. I says, well, if you want the shirt, I'll bring you there. But other than that, I'm not a fan of Buffalo Wild Wings. But hey, what do I know? The stock's $193, worth a hell of a lot more money than I am. Once again, it's only trading. You know what I mean? You got to always look at it. It's not taking as an investor, but it's as a trade wise. So even though I don't like it, doesn't mean you can't make money with it. BBEP, nice trend going up. Level 1 stock up 11%, 2 million shares. Stock is coming down from the highs of $9, down 70%. It's got resistance levels at $4, so we still got 20 cents there on the move right there. So BBEP, not bad. Just keep an eye on those high frequency trades. All right. Now on the losers list, Big Five Sporting Goods got destroyed from 15 down to 11. Not really doing that much. Is she on the short? She's on the short list. For some of you, everyone, I don't know if any of you guys read my market maker traps, but there is a trap on the offer. And I did cover this in phase 2, lesson 3, I think it is, where I show you how the market makers do reverse psychology. Well, guess what? It looks like they're doing it, and they're suckering a lot of buyers to buy this stock. Looks like they're doing a big market maker trap right there, so keep an eye on that one. I want to talk about the IMMU. Listen, we did really well with IMMU. And look, we had that nice little bounce yesterday, right? Then we have that gorgeous bounce. Look at that. And guess what? It came right back down. So, hey, can't go broke taking a profit on that one. But that ship is gone and sailed, so we're done with that. All right, on the New York Stock Exchange, on the losers and the gainers there was a few stocks. I mean, the CYT had a big move, but listen, to me, it's not really doing anything. It looks like a buyout. The Shack, you know, as a day trade, probably not, because the spread is disgusting. You could see that. But as a swing trade, it's been pretty good. Day trade, not necessarily. Now the ESI got a good spread. It's trending up. It's got resistance levels. It's testing that resistance levels right above 6. But if it does break, it look at it go right around 660. So I want to see how this ESI is going. What is it going to do when we start getting around that 330 time frame? The AKS, nice stock, just broke through major resistance levels at 320. You know, hovering at the highs. Got a nice little Fausto flag going on right now. Level 1 stock. You could trade thousands and thousands of shares of it and not have a problem getting out of it. Definitely right up your alley right there. On the losers list, this stock is getting destroyed, but Yelp kind of doing a little bit of a bounce. All these stocks, and very rarely you see stocks down 25% on the New York Stock Exchange. They kind of don't like that. I don't really see too many. More often on NASDAQ than New York, but nothing really much there. That Twitter, that was a really nice short. I'm still a fan on the short right there. Remember what I told you, if we get close, and I did tell you that the next support level is right around 30, so we're not too far, $30.38. So that was a really, 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 really nice short at the open. But Twitter, let me tell you, this is level 4 all the way. All right, so unless you're at a level 4 trader, stay away from Twitter. Okay. All right, and Jesse's telling me, Fausto, look at the JD. The JD is nice. It's trending, you know, at the highs, but overall, you know, it's something WW. But let's keep an eye. I think we got a really good list going on right now. Any stocks I'm missing, guys, that I did not bring up? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks. So we got a really good list going into the close. All right. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, please, all students, let's try to make the money work together like a team and make some money. Remember, next week starts the new classes of courses, so make sure you register for that. And listen, let's finish out the month great. I mean, who knew today was going to be great? You know, we have one more good day. Friday we know is always a iffy day, but other than that, let's kind of keep it going. Wayne says, Fausto, did you check the HAL trade? The Halliburton, nice mover. You know, she's trading pretty nicely. She's got a new highs of the day. You know, other than that, she's a brand name stock. You got to be really, really careful with this one. All right. I mean, and you got to risk $43,000. There's a lot of other stocks out there that you could risk a lot less and with more reward. Lock is finished. That stock got destroyed. It went from 17 down to 8. You know what? I like it. I like the Lock. Lock is pushing at the highs. Maybe the CEOs are starting to average down, or maybe some people own it. But yeah, that's a good call right there. I like that, Lee. Minette says, check out the MBT. Nice trend. volume is a little bit on the light side right now. Very, very spotty, doesn't trade that much action. I would probably pass on that one. All right, so guys, we got a pretty good list going on right now. So let's try to work what we got and go from there. All right, guys? Listen, good luck. Let's try to make some money. Happy trading. And we'll be picking back on our next audio tomorrow at 9 a.m. But let's try to make some money going to the close. Thanks, everyone. Happy trading.